PotCoins. Today is Sunday, 28 June 2015. We are currently on block 867539 of the POT chain. Only one digit away from the Jenny block. Here's what's been going on this week. One of my favorite wallets, the Electrum, will no longer be working with PotCoin after the POSv switch. It was a great, light, fast wallet, and I'd like to thank Reddit user EBX for porting this wallet and providing support when needed. It's too bad that there are no light wallets available for proof of stake that I know of, but it does seem like it would sort of defeat the concept of proof of stake. As far as using a wallet without downloading the blockchain, the web wallet is the only option that I'm aware of, and I don't think that the web wallet will be able to stake, but I'm not completely sure about that. So, what's going on with the proof of stake update? I really don't know. The last I saw was that there should be an update in 2 weeks, and that was 2 weeks ago. I have no idea what's involved in switching to proof of stake, but I assume that it's complicated. So I'm giving Pot Labs the benefit of a doubt since they have been kicking ass so far. Expect the update soon, hopefully this week. Brandon Coates was fired for testing positive for pot back in 2010. Mr. Coates is a medical marijuana patient, not a recreational smoker, and he only medicated in his own home, never at or before work. Since then, he's been in and out of courts, and all the courts have upheld the employer's decision to fire him. Most recently, it was the Colorado Supreme Court that ruled in favor of the employer. The question now is, will this ruling set a legal precedent? It's likely that it will, except for states that have provisions in their medical marijuana bills, such as Delaware, Maryland, and Arizona. But for most other states, medical or not, you can and probably will be fired. For some of you, this may be surprising coming from me, but I support the employer's decision, and I support the court's decision. I think this could have been solved with contract law. If these issues had been discussed in the terms of employment up front, none of this would have happened. If Mr. Coates had breached his contract, he should be fired. If he had not, he should be able to take legal recourse and sue the company. It really could have been that easy. Do I think he should have been fired? No, I don't. But I'm not his employer. And I don't think that I or anyone else has a right to tell anyone how to run their business. If they didn't like it or were afraid of the government, they should be able to fire him. So where does the discrimination stop? Should an employer be able to fire you for being gay or straight, black or white, male or female, or any other reason? Yes. The discrimination should not stop. In fact, we need more and clear discrimination. Dish Network was the company that fired Mr. Coates. If you don't like what they did, well then fuck Dish Network. Boycott them for being a shitty company. Boycott them for acting immorally and unethically. Boycott them for keeping employees with prescriptions for dangerous and addictive opioids and firing employees for prescriptions for much safer pot. Let the market dictate their success or failure, not the government. If Chick-fil-A doesn't like gays or doesn't open on Sunday, then fuck Chick-fil-A. It's wrong to force anyone or any business to do anything. It's right to tell people what you don't like about a certain company and try to get people to stop enabling those companies. We don't need the government to grant permission to do or not do anything. We need freedom to regulate the markets. We need informed consumers to stand up for what they believe in. Fuck affirmative action. Let companies be racist. And most importantly, let them do it openly. See how far they get in the business world. Maybe there is a huge demand for homophobic, racist, pot-hating companies that I'm not aware of. Or maybe pot-hating racist homophobes will run their companies into the ground with their views. When I was a kid back in the 80s, there was a general mentality in the US that said, I might not agree with what you say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. Ever since the war on free speech in the 90s, called politically correct, that concept was flushed down the toilet after wiping its ass with the Constitution. The government can't prevent discrimination. It can only hide it. And by helping companies lie about their views, it's actually helping bigots to discriminate. The real question is, do you want to help lying bigots make a profit, or do you want to support companies that have morals you agree with? In a free market, social pressure and profit would regulate business, not the government. I realize it's a bit extreme to openly support discrimination, but I support it because I support honesty, and I want to discriminate. I openly discriminate against the socialists, the communists, the Democrats, and Republicans, and the lefties, and the righties, and basically all the statists. Just because some people discriminate in a stupid way on the basis of race or gender doesn't make the whole concept of discrimination bad. It's just a formula that gives you the answer of who to associate with and who to avoid. If you plug in stupid variables, you get stupid answers. If you plug in your morals as variables, you get a good guide of who the good people are and who the bad people are. You can't avoid bad people if you don't know who they are. So the alternative is to hide, help, and continue bigotry. The 100 billionth DogeCoin will be mined tomorrow. DogeCoin's total market cap has gone up about $12 million since a low last month, and trading volume has been fairly high, especially from China. The total supply of DogeCoins will continue to increase at 5 billion per year, so that means that it will actually be less inflationary than Bitcoin for the next year. Bitcoin has been going up recently, and many articles are trying to link the current situation in Greece. A great CoinDesk article explained how this is and isn't the case. First off, there's not much more Bitcoin transactions coming out of Greece than usual. So it's not the Greeks that are buying up Bitcoins and making the price go up. Bitcoin is driven on speculation, and speculation is driven on sentiment. According to CoinDesk, many speculators are looking at Greece and thinking, if that's happening there, how long till it happens here, wherever here happens to be for those speculators. So just to claim that the rising Bitcoin price is due to Greece is a bit oversimplified. The article points out a similar incident in 2013 when Cyprus was stealing bank accounts. It wasn't Cyprus that was driving the price increase. It was the knowledge that governments can and will steal your bank account. All sorts of speculators in a lot of different places suddenly saw how attractive money that can't easily be stolen by the government really is. So, is Bitcoin going to save Greece? Probably not. It seems a little too late for them at this point, but it can save places that are heading in a similar direction before it's too late. That's it for this edition of Mad PotCoins. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.